Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Zodiac Bandit, and today we're going to have some spoilers for Campaign 2. So if you aren't caught up with Campaign 2, I recommend not watching. But also Campaign 3 up to episode 96. So if you aren't caught up with Campaign 2 or aren't caught up to current Critical Role Campaign 3, I recommend not watching this video at all and getting caught up. That's a lot of homework. So I understand if you don't heed this spoiler warning. After Ludinus ripped away the Divine Gate from Ruidus and made the Bloody Bridge, it was revealed that many magic seals and enchantments had been dispelled, teleportation circles being one of the many. This also had the side effect of releasing old, powerful monsters around Exandria. The first bit of proof of this that we got was when Team Wildmount, made up of Chetney, Fern, FCG, Imogen, Frida, and Deanna, fought and escorted the Cosmic Bull Umadara out of Uthadern. Later, it was revealed that the city of Zadash was attacked by a purple flaming bird that had emerged from a nearby mountain. The bird was eventually driven off from Zadash. As of right now, it's not confirmed whether or not this flaming bird has been killed yet. This flaming purple bird is named Desrit, the Twilight Phoenix, one of the lesser deities depicted alongside Uk'otoa on the mural that the Mighty Nine found inside a Yuan-Ti temple back in Campaign 2. Uk'otoa was Ford's first warlock patron before he cast him aside. Ford wasn't a fan of the position that Uk'otoa had put him in, which was withholding the powers given to Ford if Ford did not release Uk'otoa from his prison. This pushed Ford down the path of the Wild Mother, and the rest is history, or Campaign 2. Eventually, Uk'otoa's underlings got their hands on the last Cloven Crystal and used it to release Uk'otoa. Ford and the Mighty Nine made a deal with Zahir, a betrayer god and the creator of Uk'otoa, to seal him away. The Mighty Nine successfully did so, and 7 years go by, and Ludinus does his thing and creating the Bloody Bridge. The next thing you know, lesser deities are being released from her prison, much like Deseret, and it's likely one of the same make and power that was used to seal Uk'otoa. This would heavily imply that the seal holding Uk'otoa is also gone. So that was a long-winded way of saying that Uk'otoa is likely freed from his prison, and there are a couple of good things to go with this and a couple of bad things to go with this, so we're going to talk about those now. Starting with the good, this gives the Mighty Nine something to do during the current setting that is Campaign 3, because if they didn't have anything to do right now, a bunch of level 20s not doing anything, that would be a waste of them, and it would be a lack of tension in the true story. So to have the Mighty Nine doing something, whether it be dealing with Uk'otoa, Deseret, or the third lesser deity depicted on the mural, that gives them something to do. You know, it gives them something to sort of stay out of the way of the Bell's Hells so they can deal with, like, the main story going on, and these guys can be part of, like, team protection over here doing nothing. It's part of the big issue sort of surrounding Campaign 3 that there are two groups of level 20s just floating around somewhere, not doing anything. But this sort of situation, whether it be, you know, Uk'otoa, Deseret, or any of the other things that have been released, it gives those powerful individuals something to do. And it keeps them away from the main story because the main characters are dealing with, like, you know, the people using these monsters to hide and do their own thing, which is a very good thing. So that is the good that sort of comes with Uk'otoa being released. It gives the Mighty Nine something to do and keeps them away from the main story until they're absolutely needed. And now the bad. Realistically, the only thing that's kind of bad about this, other than like in-universe stuff, the in-universe is obviously mass destruction would come to anything that Uk'otoa goes near, mainly the sea. He's a very big problem in the ocean, the Lucidian Ocean, I believe. And he, you know, just being a mass ball of destruction, probably one of the most powerful ones being released alongside one of the other three that was depicted on the mural. You know, in-universe, that is a huge problem that needs to be dealt with sooner than later. But as far as like a storytelling perspective, nothing new will be added to the story if the Mighty Nine go after Uk'otoa. They've already sealed him away once. They're even stronger now than when they did that previously, so it should technically be a little easier. I don't know if they have Zahir's help anymore, but I would probably be no issue to get like the Wild Mother's help or aid or Zahir's help again. So realistically, nothing new is going to be added to the story for the Mighty Nine to do this. There's nothing new going to be added to any of the characters unless Uk'otoa somehow weasels his way back into Ford's mind, but I highly, highly doubt it. Realistically, all it is that they're just going to have another big fight with Uk'otoa, and that's it. There's no parody in this. There's nothing new being added to the story by the Mighty Nine going after them. unless they also go after the other two depicted on the mural and make that their whole sort of thing to deal with. And if they do a one shot based on that, where they go and take out all three of them, that would be kind of interesting. But realistically, it's just kind of the same thing we've already seen once. So it doesn't really add anything new. Now, there have been a few comments that I've seen in the past of people saying, like, Uk'otoa could be the former adversary that Keyleth was talking about. And frankly, I don't buy it. I think that, a lesser deity like that is more likely going to want to just cause destruction. That is all we've seen from Uk'otoa, and that's all we've seen from Deseret so far, is that they want to cause destruction and damage. So realistically, these characters aren't adversaries or former adversaries. They're just straight up fucking monstrous villains who don't want to do anything other than destroy shit. So I don't necessarily think this is who Keyleth was talking about when referring to former adversaries. And whether or not Keyleth even knows about Uk'otoa, we don't know. She might. She does have a relationship with the Mighty Nine. As we do know, she's basically been in like free contact with Caleb. So who knows what the relationship is like between them and whether or not they told her about it. But realistically, I don't see that being the former adversary that she was referring to from before. It's a fun idea that Uk'otoa has been released and it's going to cause some sort of like big change in the world, but unfortunately as it stands right now, from our point of view, we're probably going to miss a lot of stuff that's going on while the party is in Aeor. We're probably going to come back and a lot of these creatures have been resealed, destroyed, whatever the heck is needed to happen with a lot of them, which is kind of unfortunate, which does mean that there's lots of room for potential one-shot stuff from whether it be Vox Machina, from Mighty Nine, from any sort of characters, even the Darrington Brigade. So there's lots of room here with all of these like sort of creatures being released across the world, because there were many that were listed off to us over the last couple episodes. So for this to be the case, and it would be really fun for a lot of one shots to come from this, which is possible, they could do it. I would like to see some one shots based on fighting some really powerful entities. So that would be kind of cool. But all in all, I do think that the Mighty Nine just fighting Uk'otoa again will be kind of repetitive, but I do think it would be still fun to see a bunch of creatures fighting a bunch of strong individuals. So, who knows? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Do you think it would be fun to see them fight Uk'otoa again, or would you like them to fight something else and someone else fights Uk'otoa? So, yeah, let me know. I will see you guys on Friday for the recap of episode 97. Peace.